Hello and welcome. I'm TJ Walker. You've heard about the Amazon Influencer Program. You certainly have heard about influencers everywhere making millions of dollars and Kim Kardashians. But where do you actually start? For many people, the Amazon Influencer Program seems like a smart entry point. What's different about this influencer program, this affiliate advertising program, is simple. You don't have to have an existing huge audience to sell your products to. For so many people, it's a chicken and egg issue of I want to be an influencer to get a big audience, but I need a big audience to be an influencer. What Amazon has done is unique in that they are allowing influencers, once you get into the program, to create videos and pictures, and that appears right on the product page on Amazon. So Amazon is delivering customers, prospects every single day to the page. So if they look at your video and it's the last thing they looked at before making a purchase, Amazon credits you with money, with the sale. So you get a commission. So I'm not an official representative of Amazon. I am in the Amazon Influencer Program. Now, full disclosure, I'm new at this. I've only been in for about a month. I'm still learning the ropes. The whole point of what this is today, this workshop we're doing, is how we can learn together. What I'm hoping is I'm maybe just a couple of steps ahead of you so that I can shorten your learning curve because it can be intimidating. The second you say to someone, let's make a video, for a lot of people, the idea is let's come up with a concept, let's brainstorm on a script. Let's figure out a production schedule. Let's shoot it all. Let's do different takes. Let's edit, refine, bring in B roll. Before you know it, you've made a movie and you've maybe spent dozens of hours for an ad that maybe no one sees. Maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but it just doesn't hit the algorithm the right way, never gets seen by anyone on Amazon. A lot of wasted time. So let me go into this sharing with you some of the direct assumptions I'm making. Again, I haven't made some fortune on Amazon as an Amazon influencer. I am successful making content online. I am one of the top online instructors in the world for public speaking, presentation, communication skills, and personal development skills. I have a couple million students around the world on platforms like Udemy and Skillshare and my own. So I do know a thing or two about making money through creating online content. But I'm going to share some things with you, not because they have been documented as the best practices guaranteed to make you riches on Amazon. I simply want to share with you one content creator's journey through this process. So last week, during another live session, my wife was here. She's with us here today. And we did 100 videos and pictures. Basically, it was for each product, we do 3 videos, a short vertical format, typically 15 seconds or less, a longer horizontal, and then a longer horizontal, and then a vertical picture and a horizontal picture. The idea is this kind of covers all the bases and increases the odds of getting some of the ads into Amazon and all of their different places, whether it's a product page, whether it's their version of TikTok, which is Amazon Inspire. So that's how we did it. So we made 60 videos, 40 photos in, I believe, 89 minutes. Well, as it turns out, that was the easy part. That was a breeze. Now, I'm not expecting you to be like me. Everyone has strengths, everyone has weaknesses. I don't even know how to edit. But I do believe that everyone should play to their strengths. One of my strengths is I can think and talk at the same time and be fairly comfortable. So I tend to script my Amazon influencer videos in my head while talking in real time. And most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, make the videos in one take. That's not to say that's the best way. It's just the way I do it. So creating those videos was easy, but then all of a sudden I had to figure out how do I go from the videos to getting it literally on the Amazon site, on my storefront, so that it could then populate out on product pages and elsewhere. That turned out to be much, much harder. So we had all the videos and pictures on my wife's phone. We uploaded them to my Google Drive. Well, that was a headache because if you touch your phone when it's not finished, some of them don't get in. And then how do you know? They're all just all raw numbers. So that was a very time consuming, laborious process. I then tried to download them all to my computer so I could then upload them to Amazon. It turned out that was a horrible idea. And I'm known for having terrible ideas from time to time. So, how do we do this? Then I put them in and coded them, watched them, labeled them on Google Drive, downloaded them. And what I found out was for whatever reason, Google Drive, by the time it was downloaded to my computer, had changed the JPEGs into some other format that wasn't recognizable by Amazon. So it turns out I spent probably 10 hours this weekend on my computer trying to figure out how to get these 100 video and photo ads onto Amazon. And what I concluded was I was doing it all wrong. I was putting in too many extra steps. So I want to share with you today how I've streamlined this process to make it much, much faster. Doesn't mean I'm going to make a fortune, but I am operating under the assumption that if you can get videos that genuinely share something positive about a product and get it in front of people, the more of those you get, the more likely you are to have some successes. And if you only have 5 videos up 6 months later, the chances of making a lot of money probably pretty slim unless you've just won a lottery ticket. But if you have thousands of videos, which is what I'm aiming for, chances are 80% of them don't make much money at all, but 20% of them do make money. And maybe you have a couple dozen that really drive the engine, the financial engine. So that is the assumption I'm making. Could be completely wrong, but I wanted to be transparent with you and let you know what I'm doing. So reflecting this weekend on how time-consuming this process was made me search for doing something a little better. So what I did this morning before I came to my office, my studio, and I live about 5 blocks from here, we tried a new experiment, which is my wife held the cell phone, we did the video, we took the picture. As soon as we did the sequence of 5, again, I do 3 videos for each product, 2 pictures, she hands me the phone and I upload it instantly to my Amazon storefront. It's fresh in my mind. Now I don't have to remember what am I talking about or which product. I can quickly label it. I can quickly come up with a title, hit save, and it's done. So I don't have to remember, did I do this one? Did I do that one? Which product was? Are the numbers out of order? If I make a mistake on a video, we can see right away, oh, that one's 2 seconds. I know that's not the one I'm going to use. So far in this experiment, I'm very happy because we did 10 video and photo ads today in, what would you say, about 15 minutes, Joanne? About 15 minutes. So to make the videos, it took maybe 5 minutes. To add them and upload them and hit up, publish, probably took another 10. So now we're going from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, whereas before it was a little more than an hour to shoot it to 10 hours. So I'm seeing this proportion get much closer to where I want, because what I'm looking to do is to eliminate roadblocks. What I'm trying to do is eliminate friction. That's been my mantra with everything I do in my business. It's certainly been my philosophy when creating online courses on public speaking and communication. And that is, talk to people, create videos. Don't try to script out every second. Don't spend hours and hours and hours of editing. Just give people good ideas that are useful to them. So that's been my philosophy. It's worked for me. Doesn't mean that's the only way to do it, but it is what has worked for me. We are doing this live today on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and a number of other places. So if you have some questions, feel free to post them. If you want to talk to me on StreamYard, I have posted the link in my YouTube community tab. So if you want to actually come on and talk to me or ask a question in real time while we're doing this, feel free to do that. Okay, so we're going to hop right in. I'm going to warn you right now. A lot of this is going to be boring. A lot of this is going to be tedious. Guess what? I've never met a single person in my life who has been successful, reached a lot of people, helped a lot of people, and made, depending on your own standards, a lot of money that didn't have tedious work and boring work as a part of what they do. So you can fast forward, you can stop right here if you want to, but I'm going to actually take you behind the curtains. You know what? I can actually be metaphorical now. We're going to take you behind the curtains to show you, showing off my new camera angles here, to show you exactly how a creator, someone who creates a lot and makes a nice living by creating online, how it's actually done one way. My way's not the only way, but it is one way. Okay, with that, I'm going to ask my wife, Joanne, to stand up. What I did is I just grabbed a bag and put in stuff from my home that I thought, okay, here are products that I like, that I've already recommended to people, that I bought on Amazon. So I might as well make some money from it and at least attempt to make some money by creating an Amazon influencer video or picture. So let's just come over here. We'll take a look. I've placed these right here. So one of them is a simple toothbrush. So we're going to do some pictures of that right now. So this is an Oral-B Braun toothbrush. So Joanne, she's going to stay behind the scenes, but she is right next to the camera. So I'm going to be looking at her cell phone. We're doing all of these on an iPhone because it just it simplifies the process and makes everything so much faster. So we're going to do a vertical photo. Now she's going to take a horizontal photo. Okay, so now we're going to do a vertical video. And after that, remind me, we're going to do a quick sound check because sometimes you get so excited and you make more and more and more videos and then you realize, well, the battery on your mic didn't work, or if you're not using an external mic, maybe you had your thumb over the microphone on your phone. You don't want to do that. So now what I'm going to attempt to do is a short form vertical ad for this product. And I'm going to try to keep it in less than 15 seconds so that it can be attractive to the Amazon Inspire app, which is kind of like a TikTok feed where it's vertical video and people are scrolling it and it's just quick stuff. And so she's going to give me a countdown. I'm going to pause a second and then go. As soon as I stop talking, she stops. Why are we doing it that way? It is to save time. So the videos, again, this is just one person's style. The videos I'm putting on Amazon Influencer have literally zero editing. Am I saying you should never edit? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that is how I personally do it to speed up my process. So that's why she's going to give me a countdown. We do it. I stop talking. She hits stop. So I do want to stress, you can do it this way. So many people think that's crazy. If you're making video, you have to storyboard and you have to have B-roll and all sorts of graphics. And you could, but you can also just share with people a testimonial on why you like a product. Okay, Joanne, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
The Oral-B electric toothbrush. It's like a nice morning massage and evening massage for your teeth and gums. And for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, I do want to stress, I'm not following any advertisers' marketing copy. I'm not paid to say this. I'm just sharing how I feel about it. It may be I never make any money from what I just did, but if someone watches this, then clicks and buys it, I do get an affiliate commission. Now we're doing the horizontal, shorter video.
3, 2, 1.
I've been using the Oral-B electric toothbrush for years, and I got to tell you, it's great the first thing in the morning. My teeth feel great, my gums feel great. Last thing at night, I feel that I've really given them a thorough cleaning. And if I'm lazy, I don't have to do much. All I've got to do is hit the on button. You're going to like this toothbrush.
All right.
Now we'll do a longer one.
3, 2, 1.
Confession, if you couldn't tell, I have some caps, some veneers. I've got some teeth that really need good care because there can become inflammation if I don't brush really thoroughly. That's why I love my Oral-B electric toothbrush. It really does a thorough cleaning. It's massaging my teeth, massaging my gums, and it really feels thorough. If you're looking for an electric toothbrush, give this a try. So quick note, you have to be very careful with Amazon Influencer because you cannot be seen as giving anything that can be construed as medical advice or health advice. So there's a chance I passed a line, crossed a line right there. I hope not. Of the 100 ads I did last week, 2 of them did get flagged. One of them was for a Tiger Balm, which I guess I implied that it would somehow help your muscles. And the other was for a lip balm where I said it would soothe your cracked lips. And that maybe sounded too much like a health claim. So I try to be careful about that, but it is a possibility. So you want to be careful about that. That's why often it's good not to even pick products that are health related. Certainly you should stay away from, I think, vitamins and certain healthcare products. You need to stay away from alcohol. They don't want you promoting that. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Okay, so now I'm going to do the part where it is tedious. Joanne's going to hand me the phone. It can seem a little bit boring, but it saves so much time. And again, this is not a video I'm doing here today thinking, wow, I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast, and this is going to have 10 billion videos. No, I simply want to help any of you who are trying to do this. So what I'm going to do, for starters, is I'm going to sign in to my Amazon storefront. Now, supposedly I'm not supposed to show this to you, so I won't, but I'm going to walk you through this process so you know exactly what I'm doing. So I've just made videos and pictures for one product. So we're going to do this one product at a time, and it's going to seem a little bit slow and laborious, but I just want to stress, we just made 5 ads in really only a few minutes. It's going to take a few more minutes for me to actually put them into the store. And all of this is a little trickier when you're talking to people and you have bright lights in your face. If you have any questions, feel free, if you're joining us live, my colleague and fantastic community manager, Barb Tomlin, is with us. So if we have any questions, feel free to ask. I am going to go to, again, I'm for some reason, I'm in my reports. I don't want to be in my reports. I'm trying to get into my actual page, and I've gone to the wrong page. 1 second. So I'm going to go to my storefront, which is amazon.com/shop, which is how everyone's storefront is configured. And then the name of my channel, which is TJ Walker Success. So now I've gone to that page. It's right here on my phone. I'm going to hit a button that says create content. I'm going to hit a button that says post. I'm hitting a button that says photo library. And now I see the most recent video I did. So I'm choosing that. It's uploading the video. And, this is Amazon. They do know a thing about video storage. Now I have to tag the product. So I'm going to my orders because, again, I'm only doing ads for things I've actually purchased. So I'm going to put a search in I'm going to hit the search button for your orders. And I'm going to put in Oral-B toothbrush. And that's, sometimes it doesn't show up because it codes it in a different way. So I'm going to do toothbrush. Oh, now I went back to the title. So I've got to backtrack. So again, this is not all 100% instant. But what I can tell you is I'm spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to speed up the process. And between last Thursday and today, I think I took about 90% off of my time. So I'm going to show this. So I actually deleted that one. So I'm uploading the video that you just saw me shoot a moment ago. And now I'm trying to tag it. So this time I'm just going to put in toothbrush. Now, occasionally I'll see a particular product where I didn't buy it on Amazon, thought that I did, but it is available on Amazon because pretty much everything is available on Amazon. So you then can just look for it on their general catalog. So you don't have to actually buy the product on Amazon. So now I see the Oral-B toothbrush. They have several of them. I want to make sure I'm getting the one that I actually bought. So, because it looks like we bought a lot of toothbrushes, plus a water pick, which I'm going to do in just a moment. So I see the toothbrush. I'm tagging the product. I hit done. Now it asks me for a title. I'm already in it. This toothbrush will make your teeth and gums feel great! Exclamation point. So I'm just dictating because it's faster for me, and I hit submit post. It says video submitted. Most posts are approved and published on your storefront within 5 hours, and they are true to their word. So now I hit go to storefront. Now I hit create content. Now I'm going to do another one. And since I just made those 5, it's very easy for me to keep track. I know I did the 30-second one. Now I see one for 24 seconds. I'm going to hit that one. I'm going to hit choose. Same thing. It's asking me to tag the product. Same thing. I'm going to hit the toothbrush. I see the Oral-B. And occasionally what I do see is that the product I bought is no longer available. I'll typically just do the review anyway, because if the product is really similar to other things, then they will still use that video. Because interestingly, Joanne, hand me that iPad for 1 second. I just want to show people. This is a review I did last week of an iPad holder, which is no longer available. I made the videos for it, thought, it's no longer available. What the heck? I linked to it, and I've seen that it's been viewed many, many dozens of times in the last week. So it doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't do a video for something, even if it's unavailable. But obviously, that's not the best case scenario. If you're really looking to maximize money, I think it does make sense to make sure in advance that the product is available. So now I've tagged one that is available that I think is essentially the same one. And now it's asking me to title. You could spend a lot of time titling these. From what I've read so far from a lot of Amazon influencers who are more successful than I am, it doesn't seem to drive things the way titles do, for example, on YouTube. Your teeth and gums will love you. Is that a brilliant title? I don't know. But again, I want to try to get as many of these up as possible. Let me just check in and see if we have a few comments. Brigida says hello from Cape Town. Hi, Brigida. I'm trying to simplify this whole process. So would absolutely love any feedback you have on how you speed up your process for making videos and photos and getting up as many as possible. I am a lot newer at this game than you are, but I am trying to quickly. My own goal, frankly, is to do 1,000 products, 5,000 posts within the next couple of months. And Barb says, stream is looking good on YouTube. Looking forward to seeing how fast these videos can be done. Brigida says, that's correct. The product must be available on Amazon. So it may be I've already broken a rule. I can tell you, I have posted some videos of products that were sold on Amazon. There's a sign that says no longer available, and yet the video is still accepted and it's being seen. But certainly you don't want to just try to promote a mouse, or I'll give you a perfect example. I can't make a video for this Aura Ring and post it on Amazon. Why? Because Aura Ring doesn't distribute through Amazon. So you're absolutely right. Brigida, thank you so much for your commentary. Hope you can spend any more time with us. You know what? If you're available, let me know. I'd love to have you on camera for a minute. I would love to find out any other tricks you have on how to speed up this process. But let's continue. We've done now. Part of it is I don't want to forget where I am with these, because that's what I find slows things down, slowed me down a lot this weekend. Did I upload that one yet? Is it processing or not? Because that's when you can do duplicates and other things. So I'm now going to the third video. This is the first video we actually shot. This was the short vertical video, which might not ever be seen, but might be seen on the Amazon Inspire. So I'm going to hit my orders again. And I think it was able to find it a little faster with electric toothbrush. So I'm going to go there, find the Oral-B, find the version that is in fact available. Okay, there we are. It's asking me for a title. A perfect massage for your gums and teeth. Done. Oh, I forgot to see, that's something that Amazon makes so simple, because I found the product, thought, oh, that's what I want. I hit done. You have to hit the button that says tag. Now, I'm someone, you can call me old or old school if you want. I don't really like typing and working on my cell phone. That's why initially I uploaded things to Google Drive, downloaded it, did everything on my laptop, but it just took way, way too much time. So when it comes to a choice between what I prefer working on a laptop versus being lazy and not wanting to spend an extra 10 hours, the laziness is going to win out. And that's why I'm back to doing this all on my cell phone. And it really is so much faster. This time I hit tag. This time I hit post. So we've done 3 out of the videos. So 3 of 3 videos so far, but we now have to properly tag the photos we took. So same thing. I hit post, go to my photo library. I hit the picture. I hit choose. I hit your orders. And what I found is you can get a little bit faster with this, ideally every single time. Now, I don't want to have misspellings, and I do try to check that you don't want to be sloppy, but I do think that speed is important, because I've already seen some people say, well, they've been in this for 6 months, and then I look at their store and they have 14 product reviews, and they're telling me that they're not making much money. Well, if you only have 14, I just think the law of averages doesn't really work in your favor. The Oral-B electric toothbrush has a well-deserved great reputation. Okay, that's not exactly the best title I've ever heard of, but we're going to put that. Okay. Oh, and so we posted that. Okay, now there's one more picture. Go to Photo Lab, select, choose your orders, electric toothbrush, select, selecting one that is available, tag, done, caption. It does say caption is optional, but I certainly want to put a caption on a photo. The easy way to brush your teeth thoroughly day and night. So a case can be made that I should be using ChatGPT to come up with great titles. Then I've got to have a laptop. I've got to have different systems, all sorts of other things. So that's why I'm not actually doing that, because again, I want to speed up the process. Now, here's a part of my working theory. After I have a large database of posts, let's say 500 or 1,000, I could then go through and see which ones are really working, which ones aren't. And I may see, okay, if I really focus on electronics that cost more than $500 and I see certain titles work well, then maybe I narrow my focus on products like that. And then I spend even more time coming up with great titles. So that's a part of my working theory here. Brigida says, thanks. I like how you're walking through the entire process. Brigida says, I prefer my computer and keyboard simply because my hands, because of neuropathy. So I prefer working with a laptop as well. I just don't really like doing that. Captions are a good idea, Brigida says. I like your numbers thinking. Brigida, do you want, and no pressure, do you want to come on today? And Barb, would you like to come on today to share a couple of thoughts of it? And I should note, so we just finished the first sequence. We've only done one product, but we did get 5 posts in our store. Now, I can already see them on my store. They have to go through an approval process, which is usually pretty quick. And then they will all be up to be seen by anyone in the world within the next few hours. So I realized that was not the most exciting, riveting YouTube video. Mr. Beast is not shaking in his boots saying, oh my gosh, the TJ is going to blow me away. That was such riveting TV, the drama there. No, this is designed to really take you behind the scenes and show you step by step how it's done. So it wasn't instantaneous, but I don't think it's bragging for me to say it was pretty quick. That wasn't that time consuming. Okay, so I'm going to take just a brief break because frankly, I've been running around so much today getting this studio ready and taking boxes off the floor and putting them in a new closet. I'm actually sweating. So I want to just go wipe my brow a moment. I'll come back and we're going to do more and more products here, ideally getting even faster. If you see any techniques or if you have ideas or advice from me on how to do this even faster, I would love to hear from you. Okay. And Brigida said she's happy to join us next time and certainly hope you're feeling better and looking forward to chatting with you next time. So what I'm going to do now is just share a moment, a video from my YouTube channel that I hope you find useful. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll continue putting live stuff out here. And then I'll be back live with you and we will have more fun and try to learn together on how to get better and better with this whole Amazon influencer game and try to figure out how we can really learn together because the world is changing every single day. More and more newspapers are going out of business. big media companies, old media businesses are going out of business, but even companies that we thought of as new media businesses, BuzzFeed, 10, 15-year-old businesses, they're either going out of business or firing lots of people because things are just so different than they used to. Eyeballs are going to influencers. Ad revenue is going to influencers. So that's why all of this is so important. So I'm going to just pull up some videos that I think you might enjoy. And you know what? Maybe we'll look at some oldies but goodies here. I'm going to pull this up in just a moment. Share this with you, and then I'll give you. Oh, yeah, that one I won't show. Barb, you'll get a kick out of this. So, about 12 years ago, I made a video on how to make an in-house broadcast studio. And for whatever reason, it became one of the most popular videos I've ever had. And would get comments, and people would be writing to me as recently as last year, say, "Oh, give me a list of all your equipment." And of course, I'm not the most sophisticated techie in the world, but equipment and backdrop and lighting and cameras from, I would have bought it 15 years ago. Obviously, very, very out of date. So I don't even want to share that one with you. But I'm hoping you get a lot out of it. I will share an old one with you right here that we've run a number of excerpts from in the last few months and has remained very, very popular. So if you look at this video, you may notice I got a little more hair, fewer wrinkles. It's because it is about 17 years old. So we'll play this video for you, and then I'll be back from the break. So let me hit share. We're going to share screen. We're going to share the audio. Listen. Okay. I'm doing this off of one computer today. I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right. Mic is still on. Ah, sorry about that, Barb. I just got your message. Okay, let's see if we can. What did I do wrong?
I think it was the way you shared it.
Okay, let me try again. I've
Okay.
been using StreamYard for a long time now. I should have that down. I'm hitting share screen. Also, share audio tab is on. I'm hitting entire. I forgot the second one. Shame on me. Okay, so now we're hitting it.
With Martin Luther King. If you've ever
Are you
heard
hearing anything now, Barb?
child in a slow, persistent way.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Okay, sorry about that. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Why we're not great speakers is we get on stage and we start acting. Days of my fellow Americans, I'm here today to tell you. Those days are over. You don't have to project. The second you project, what you do is you flatten out your voice. You flatten out the range. In normal conversation, you can be a little louder, a little softer, a little faster, a little slower. But when you're projecting, all of a sudden everything starts to sound the same, and it's like a Chinese water torture test, and you're in pain. So don't do it. Great leaders, when they're communicating, understand that there's power in simplicity. Quite often, the smarter the person, the smaller the words when you're giving a presentation. I'm convinced people are a little bit insecure and they want to sound smart. So, hey, if I use a bunch of big words, everybody will think I'm smart. That's not how it works. Confident leaders realize the first goal is making sure your message is understood by this audience member right here. Winston Churchill would pride himself being able to give complicated speeches on foreign policy, never using a word with more than 2 syllables. And he would often talk about the idea that the eye can process information, can read big words, long sentences, in a way the ear cannot. Great leaders understand when you speak, you're speaking for the ear.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local.
Okay.
A free ad for StreamYard.
All right, there we go.
Good thing we know all those people.
Okay. All right, Barb, sorry about that technical problem. We're still working out some kinks. But Barb, I do want your feedback on the set. Let me go to our main sort of shot here. And would love to get feedback from anyone else watching, Brigida and others. So this is kind of the final, I would say final. It's the first version of the studio as I sort of envisioned it. So we've added more, this light for whatever reason, which is brand new, it's gone out. But we've added these accent lights, these lights to frame. Well, for whatever reason, those are sensor lights, so they may have gone off. So we've got the plants, the globe, the floating shelves. So we're trying to make this look professional. Now, really what I'm after is to try to make this look as nice and professional as a home shopping network or a QVC, so that I can be making Amazon influencer videos here, other product ads, but also doing my show, the TJ Walker Success Show, on YouTube and all the other social media platforms. And that is why I'm standing, is because I want to be able to move around and demonstrate things. We have different camera angles. We don't quite have the lighting right. It's a little too bright on me now, but we're trying to have something that's more like I'm on a stage. You see curtains behind me. I wouldn't have that in the background typically. So we're experimenting with that. And then, of course, one shot where I'm sort of right up front to the camera and can talk to you while looking at the computer, and ideally not playing videos without the sound as I just did. Okay, we're going to hop into the next product. Let's do that. I'll ask Joanne to join me. And this is for yet another sunscreen. You may have noticed I did one last time. And Brigida says, your set looks great now. Well, thanks, Brigida. It's been a tremendous, tremendous amount of hard work and an ordeal for someone like me who's not really a techie, and doing it all with virtual technicians has been a tremendous challenge. But I think we at least have something that looks somewhat respectable. So let's do the next one. This is for the Rocky Mountain sunscreen. And I'm just going to tell you why I like it. I certainly hope that it doesn't have anything that harms anyone, but I'm not here as a doctor telling you this is absolutely going to save your life. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm simply sharing why I like a product, why I think others might too. So it's certainly a possible, I almost did one for the Stanley water bottles last week because my daughter loves hers, always talking about it. And then all these stories came out about how there's lead in them. I'm not going to deal with that now. If I think there's something that could hurt someone, I'm not going to do that. That's why you're not going to see me doing endorsements for Coca-Cola and sugary sweets and candy, because I think those genuinely harm people. And Khaled has joined us, says, I wish I could speak so clearly like you. Well, Khaled, I appreciate your thoughts. You can speak as clearly if you just do it every day. I wasn't a natural born speaker. I was the quietest kid in my class up until about 12 years of age. I had no natural gifts. I got better by doing it every day. Okay, let's take the picture. We're going to do, you took the vertical one?
Yeah.
And you took the horizontal
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Okay. I was talking so much, I didn't even notice. So now we're going to do the short form vertical ad.
3, 2, 1.
This sunscreen is easy to apply. It sits right on my counter. Pump every morning, first thing.
Are we saying over now?
Yeah. So that was specifically one to be short. Now we'll do a longer one.
This horizontal.
This is the horizontal. It's longer than the first one, but shorter than the third and final one.
3, 2, 1.
What I like about this sunscreen is it's in a big, big bottle. It sits right on my counter in my bathroom, several pumps, and I apply it to my face and body. It is so easy to apply. I don't have to stop, find it, pick it up, twist a top off, anything. It's right there. It makes it easy to be a part of my normal daily routine.
Okay. Long one.
Now the longer one.
3, 2, 1.
I know I should wear sunscreen every day. I live in South Florida and my skin is pretty pale. That's why I love this Rocky Mountain sunscreen. It's a giant container and it sits right on my countertop. I pump it right before I leave the house every day. I'm in the bathroom. It sits on the counter and I cover my face, my arms, and legs. If you're looking for an easy way to apply sunscreen, this is SPF 50. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Nothing is going to be easier than this. Nothing's going to be more convenient. It's right here. It's sitting out. I'm not going through drawers. I'm not twisting off tops. I'm not having to do any of that. It's right here, and I just pump. Okay. So you may have noticed I even stumbled a little in that one. Did I hit cut? Oh my gosh. Note to editor, redo. No. I just kept on going because it makes it real. People in real life stumble. Some of your favorite radio announcers in past years, podcasters now will stumble, and we just keep doing it. So now I'm going to upload it. Brigida says in the comment section, TJ sounds clear because he invested in a good microphone apart from his other obvious skills as a great speaker. Well, thank you, Brigida. I switch camera. I do appreciate that. It reminds me, I do need to do an ad for my new microphone. And if I'm really using it properly, I should be speaking just like this. You don't have to have a super expensive microphone. I did, in fact, upgrade. This is like $1,000 Sennheiser mic. But I am going to do an ad. Maybe we'll do it next for a much more affordable microphone. This is a Shure microphone. This is very high quality. This, I believe, was I think more than 150 to 250. So I'll just do an ad for that. Next, we'll talk about it. So you don't have to invest a lot. For the videos that I'm doing for Amazon Influencer, I'm using a relatively inexpensive mic. And if you want to know more about it, go to my Amazon Influencer store where I have videos where I talk about this. This, I believe, was less than $30. It plugs in here. Part of it, the receiver plugs right into your cell phone. Oh, here's the receiver right here. So it's right here, plugs in. So very inexpensive. All right, so now I'm going to upload it, but I waited too long, and now there's the passcode on my wife's phone. I'm gonna have to give it back to her so she can put the code in. And no, it's not that she doesn't trust me, but we don't want our 10-year-old daughter to have unlimited access to cell phones, which is why she and I both have passcodes on our phone. Okay, so let me try to do this without spending any more time. Kala does write, do you think of product ads on the spot, or do you plan ahead of what you're going to say? I'm thinking off the top of my head, but again, it's not like somebody is just throwing something at me. I'm only picking products that I know I like, that I know I use regularly, that I've already told people why I like it. That's what makes it easy. Okay, let's hop right into this. So, okay, first thing is I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm going to hit create content. I'm going to hit post video library, and I see the sunscreen video. So I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit choose. It's compressing the video and uploading it that quickly. This was the longer one. This one was 44 seconds. It's the last one I did. I'm now going to, it's asking me to tag. I'm going to go to your orders, and I'm going to type in sunscreen. And sure enough, there it is. It's the Rocky Mountain 50. It's, again, it's a huge, I should have mentioned it. It's water resistant. It's 32 ounces. So this lasts a long time. So you don't have to worry about running out constantly if you use it on a daily basis. I tag the product. I hit done. Now it's asking me for the title. This sunscreen is easy to use every single day. I am well aware that there is some controversy about whether sunscreens are even good for you. There's some controversy about some of the chemicals that are put in some screens. I'm going to leave it to other experts and medical experts, healthcare experts, to navigate that. I'm simply sharing about products I like and I use, and that I have no knowledge of actively harming anyone. At some point, things could change, and I may decide to pull an ad. We will see. So that one is up. I hit another one, create content. I go to photo. I hit photo library. I go to the next video. I see that it's the shorter one. I hit choose. It's up, it's compressing the video, it's uploading it. I go to your orders. I'm typing sunscreen. Trying to get faster each time. That time I just typed in sun, and then the sunscreen popped up. I tag the product, I hit done. I ask for the title. This sunscreen lasts a long time in the water, and actually, that's one of the rare times I'm going to edit myself. I don't want to make a healthcare claim that this thing lasts longer in the water. I'm still dictating. This is a big sunscreen that will last 4 months. Okay. Again, is that the most brilliant copywriting? No, I don't hold myself out as a brilliant copywriter. But what I do hold myself out as someone who's good at quickly speaking on camera, often in one take. So go to storefront, and that one is up. I want to do the third and final video for that. So now I'm going to do the short form vertical video. So this is on my phone. I'm not sharing something within my Amazon store. So you can just see it's the up and down one. This is the one my wife just shot a moment ago. So I'm hitting choose. And I'm going to your orders, typing in sunscreen. I see the product. I tag it. I'm done. I title it. This sunscreen lasts a long time. Now, really what I should do, in all fairness, is I should check to see if this really, if make sure the battery didn't run out on the recorder. So let's just do a quick, simple check to make sure we're actually getting the sunscreen every day. I live in South Florida. Yeah, it sounds fine to me. Khaled says, oh, let's go back. So Brigida says, you're 100% correct. When you promote products you actually like and use, it's very easy to talk about it in a manner that sounds authentic. That's certainly what I'm shooting for. I'm trying to come across as authentic. That means different things to different people. Some people are going to say, well, TJ, you don't look like just an average person. You're wearing a suit and tie and you're trying to be stuffy. That's just the style I've decided I'm going to try to do with my online presence. You might do even better wearing shorts and t-shirt. There's no one perfect style. Khaled says, you are a brilliant copywriter. It's my first time watching you. How frequently do you do these live videos? Well, Khaled, thank you so much. I appreciate. You're obviously an insightful viewer. Sorry, that sounds self-serving. I've been doing these live videos once a week, and I post 3 videos per day on my YouTube channel. Starting soon, perhaps as soon as tomorrow, I'm going to be coming to you live every single day on YouTube and other social media platforms. So please, if you like this, come back. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on any other channel, please watch there and subscribe there. And please leave comments. It's extraordinarily helpful. And tell me which copy you like, because I don't think I'm a bad copywriter, but some of the stuff I'm doing here quickly, trying to remember what button to push and talk to you live, I don't think is particularly great. So I would like feedback on ones you think stand out as better than others. Okay, so before I forget, let's continue this whole sequence. I believe we've done the 3 videos, but we've not yet tagged the photos for that product. So did we do 3 videos for the sunscreen, or did we only do 2? I believe we did 3. Okay. So now that's why it's good to do this without trying to multitask as I am and doing 10 other things. So now I'm doing the photos. Same thing. I have to tag it. So I'm typing in sun, hit sunscreen, tag the product, hit done. A sunscreen that will last longer than summer. Exclamation point. Now that's actually copy I like. I do like that. It's not quite as relevant in Florida because it's summer. The old joke about Florida is where it's August 11 months of the year. We have essentially summer-like conditions all the time. But I do think that copy is good copy because I think it's interesting. So let's do the final one right here. Hit the photo. Hit the last photo. I'm going to hit choose, tag, search, sun. I tag the product. I hit done. Now I've got to come up with another caption. Big sunscreen for a big sun. I do have to do a quick search to make sure, review to make sure it spelled it. Dictating all that. I've got to go back because what happened is it spelled sun, S-O-N. Obviously, that was not the meaning. what I was trying to do. Big sunscreen for a big sun. S-U-N. And they're done and submit. Okay, so we've now done 10 new ads, 6 videos, 4 photos for my Amazon influencer storefront. Now, it's maybe not just killer fast, but I'm trying to do some other things and share with you behind the scenes as we do this. So let's go to the next one. Joanne, if you don't mind taking this. And obviously, if I'm not trying to do a live show and conduct a workshop, this can be done even faster. If you do have any questions about this, please let me know. And I'm just checking out the chat. Do want to, again, apologize for earlier when I failed to notice that I was playing video and had no audio on it. So I don't think I'll do it today, but I am going to do an ad for my soda stream, because this takes regular water and carbonates it, and I find just more interesting and more fun for drinking throughout the day. But I'll do an ad on that later. Okay, so one of you had mentioned the microphone. Let's just do that. Let me take the cord out. The cord is a bit messy, but I also don't want to lose the cord. So I'm undoing this. And Callie, thank you so much for your kind words today. Typically when we do live things, it's more like a regular show and it's flowing. There's not this much downtime. But what I'm contemplating doing is in a daily show, maybe the 3rd hour, we continue doing this as essentially a workshop on making ads. And a lot of them, at least initially, will be Amazon influencer ads, but I'll also be making user-generated content ads, affiliate ads for other things. Like, as I mentioned, I'm a big fan of the Oura Ring that tracks your sleep. It's the first thing I look at, how I slept when I get up every morning. This is not an Amazon product. So I'm probably going to do a video for them and just send it to them and build goodwill by putting it on YouTube. So keep that in mind, and would love to have you come back regularly. Okay, let's go to camera 1. Sort of learning my way around the new studio, because we've gone from just sort of a little webcam and a plastic brick wall behind me to more of a full-fledged real studio with 3 cameras. And oh, wow, I think I forgot to hit record when we started. Okay. So, and Barb, just so you know, we're recording everything on all 3 cameras' separate feeds on 4K. I was supposed to hit the record button on my mixer when we started this. Now, I don't think we're really going to use any of this for other short form videos edited, but I'm trying to get in the habit of recording everything. So I realize I forgot to do that, but it's not going to matter today. Okay, the next product is this Shure microphone. Now we're going to take pictures of this. You've probably seen these on a lot of YouTube videos of famous podcasters. This is considered a very high quality mic if you're in the sub $500 region. And Joanne, did we take the vertical and the horizontal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we'll do a short form.
Take more on your eyes closed.
Okay, she has to take more because my eyes closed. I do have light sensitive eyes. I do tend to blink more frequently than most people. It does make it a little harder for shooting pictures. That's been the case my whole life. So I don't believe it has anything to do with being nervous or lying or other theories people have. It's just a particular quirk. Some people's eyes are more light sensitive than others, and I do have a bright light in my face right here. Okay. If you're just joining us now, I'm TJ Walker, and this is kind of a live workshop on how to make Amazon influencer ads and product reviews, both videos and photos. Okay. So Joanne, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
And as a reminder, Joanne, we need to upload everything we did this morning and these into a Google Drive so that we can repurpose these ads for YouTube ads, social media ads, maybe sell the content to the brands as well. There's so many different ways you can monetize content these days. So got to make sure to save it and label it properly. Okay, pictures? You took the pictures, okay.
3, 2, 1.
If you want high quality audio, you can't go wrong with the Shure microphone.
Three, two, one.
I've used the Shure microphone for years for my podcast, for my live streams. It is high quality audio. You won't regret it. Your fans, your followers, your tribe will enjoy listening to you with it.
The long one. 3, 2, 1.
The Shure microphone is used by many top podcasters. I've used it on my Facebook feeds, my YouTube live streams for years. This is a high quality microphone.
The long one.
What's that?
It's the long one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I could have gone in more depth. Now, again, I do think this is a good microphone. I've now switched microphones to the Sennheiser, which I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. I have to figure that out before I do an ad for them. It's an even higher quality mic. This one, you need to be, it would have to be visible for me to use it. The microphone I have now is right here. It's just out of the frame. So what I'm attempting to do is to make this look even bigger budget. You know, when you see the Tonight Show or you see Jimmy Kimmel, you typically don't see the microphones. They're big, higher. They have the single shot unidirectional where it's pointed at you. That's what this is. And so I have this microphone, not in the perfect position for me, but I have it halfway between what's great for this angle versus a couple steps over when I'm right here. But it would sound even better if I were talking right in it like this, but then it wouldn't work with the two different camera angles. So that's why I don't want to seem like a hypocrite to you. I do think this is a good microphone. If I travel and do interviews, I'll probably take this one with me. So I'm not throwing it away. But this is as I mentioned, I can't remember if it's $150 or $250 microphone. The one I'm now using that you're hearing me on is a $1,000 microphone. Now, money doesn't always mean better quality. And as I can tell you, and a lot of people can tell you, there are plenty of content creators out there who don't use their technology the right way, because if you plug in something the wrong way, or you don't have your mixer on the right way, you might end up with something that sounds worse than a $10 microphone. So you have to learn how to use it. I'm attempting to do that now. Okay. So back to Amazon. I want to go to my storefront. And again, I realize this is tedious, but I'm trying to share with you what actually it's like to create content, because it's very easy to spend so much time. I mean, you could literally spend 24 hours a day reading newsletters about how to be an Amazon influencer, watching videos from content creators about all the techniques and this, and never actually see anybody make a video for the Amazon influencer program. So I'm trying to actually show you what it's like, in part to demystify this process. And I hope to motivate you to get out there and start making products. There's a time to do research and learn and think and strategize. And there's a time to just do it. So for a lot of us, the time is to start doing it now, today. Brigida writes, same issue for me. I have light sensitivity to the eyes as well. So my sympathies for you, Brigida. It does make it annoying when sometimes you see 100 different photos and a contact sheet, 99 of them, my eyes are closed. I hope you don't have that big a problem. Okay, I'm going to hit create content. I'm going to hit post. I'm going to hit photo library. And speaking of eyes closed, I see the video, the most recent video we did was of now this is interesting. I wasn't even aware of it. I see my longest video is 12 seconds long. That's a very short video. And what was supposed to be the second shorter one was 15 seconds. And the one I did want short was only 6 seconds. So for whatever reason, I didn't talk that much in those videos. But there is a school of thought that says shorter is better. I just focus on saying what I think is valuable about a product and why I think someone should use it. Khaled writes, I'm motivated. I will just need to get over my anxiety. Well, Khaled, thank you for being candid. If you're anxious about speaking and speaking on camera, it just means you're a normal human being. I wasn't always this relaxed, but the way to get over it is just to do it. And if you don't like how it looks or sounds, hit the delete button. I haven't deleted, I don't know if we've deleted any today, but last week we did. And it's not at all uncommon for me to make a mistake the first few seconds and just say, let's do it over. Let's delete. Let's get to this before we lose it. So I've chosen, it's upload, it's compressing, uploaded. I'm hitting your order. Now I'm hitting sure. Ooh, it says deodorant. Let's see. Mike, sure mics. Okay. There's a whole bunch of things there. Well, now so here's one little quirk about the site. I skipped it because I wanted to redo the title. It's now, redo the tag to find the product. It then shifted me to a different part of the page, which is asking for the title. So rather than delete the whole thing and start over, I will title it and then I'll go back and attempt to tag it once again. The Shure microphone is top quality. So now I've titled it, which is different sequence. Now I'm going to tag the product. Now I'm going to your orders. And I have to do something a little different because it's giving me add-on products. There we go, Shure microphone. And now it has popped up. For whatever reason, it's $269. So it's not a really inexpensive microphone, but it is considered a good mid-tier. And for a lot of podcasters and things, it works very well, even for highly successful. I don't know if Joe Rogan uses it, but some of the really big podcasters do use these Shure microphones. So I'm going to tag the product. I'm going to hit done, and I'm going to hit submit. Now we do it again. Create content, post video, hit photo library. The second video, hit choose. It's compressing video. It's uploaded it. I go to your orders. You know what? Let me dictate this. Shure microphone. That was faster than me typing. I tag the product. I hit done. Top quality microphone for top content creators. Submit post. Go to storefront. See, I'm trying to get faster and faster. I don't know why I haven't been dictating my product search. I really should do that because I'm faster at dictating and I make fewer typing errors than typing on a tiny little screen with one finger at a time. So create content, photo library, the short video, the vertical video. I'm hitting choose, your order. I'm hitting the microphone, Shure microphone. Tag product, done, title. You will sound great with this microphone. So these tags I'm doing are not particularly artful, and no disrespect to Khaled, who's liked my copywriting. I'm really just being completely straightforward, logical, and linear with a lot of these descriptions, which I have heard can work well for these. Again, what's different about the Amazon influencer videos is Amazon is directing traffic. So it's not my title or my thumbnail. Typically, I think that is the difference between someone watching it or not watching it. If someone has decided they want to watch a video about a product before buying it, I think they're going to kind of just fish around and see what they see. Brigida says 100% correct. You can't have a book without a chapter 1. So just get started with making videos. It gets better and better with time. So Brigida's advice to Khaled, yes, just get started. Okay, now we need to, I believe we've done the 3 videos, but I don't think we've done the text or the photos for this, have we? So I'm going to do photo 1, choose your order, Shure microphone, tap, tag product, done, caption, sound as professional as you look. Some people might like that. Some people say, I'm doing a podcast and no one cares how I look. I don't know, but that's what I put for that one. We'll see. Again, I'm doing a horizontal picture and a vertical picture. From all that I've been able to glean from websites and Reddits and other experts on Amazon, it's hard to really tell which photo works better. Some say they've had better luck with horizontal videos and pictures. Some say they've had better luck with vertical pictures and videos. I figure, well, if no one really knows or either work, why not do both? If you're only spending a few seconds on it, why not do both? That has been my philosophy. Again, I don't think that's a good philosophy if you're spending a whole lot of time elaborately producing videos or pictures. But if you're doing them all in just a few seconds, the incremental cost is negligible. Okay. And I just hit the wrong button. Okay. Shure microphone. Tap, tag product, done, caption. Your confident voice will come through. Okay, there I have a mistake. I had a mistake in that it translated my your to Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, and Amazon does not like having apostrophes. So, okay, so we're finished with that product. Again, 1 product, 5 Amazon influencer ads. We did for it 3 videos and 2 photos. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you're watching this live, I do appreciate it. I realize this is not NFL football. This is not World Cup football here. You have to really want to learn this process. I could take this 3 hours we're doing and really edit it down to a 5-minute video that's action-packed. But then I think you wouldn't really have a sense of exactly what's going on here. And while this is kind of long and slow for video on YouTube that's trying to get a lot of views, it's actually pretty fast when you see the process, because it looks like we've been on a little more than an hour. And what have we accomplished? Well, we have created 15 different ads. Any one of them, in theory, could make me money for days, weeks, months, years. Now, am I predicting I'm going to get rich off of any one thing we've done? No, I have no idea. There's a chance I make nothing from any of these. But it's a process. What I am convinced of is that if I consistently do product reviews of every product I've already bought and I already use and I already like, it's going to pay off. And I think it's going to pay off handsomely. We will see. Joanne, if you want to take the camera, let's make some more. If you have a preference for something you would like me to do a review of, a product review, let me know. I mean, I threw a bunch of things in my bag, but I am open to suggestions. So I'm just going to reach down here in my bag and I hope this doesn't disgust anyone, but I am going to do this. This is a tongue scraper. It's a stainless steel tongue scraper. I'm going to resist the urge to stick out my tongue and demonstrate. I'm not going to do that. So we're taking the pictures now. So we've taken the vertical, and if you're not familiar with this, I remember I had a friend in college who had this. I'd never seen any, I'd never heard of what a tongue scraper was. And I've certainly used one consistently for the last decade, but certainly on and off for the last 25 years. I do like them. I'm going to be careful not to make any healthcare claims. Now we'll do the short vertical version.
3, 2, 1.
There's nothing like an incredibly clean feeling tongue to make you feel great. That's why I love my stainless steel tongue cleaner. And again, if you've never seen this, I'm not going to do it because it's going to look weird, but you stick your tongue out and you press hard and it scrapes all sorts of bizarre looking stuff that everyone has on their tongue. And your tongue feels great. Your breath feels better. It's supposed to remove a lot of bacteria, but I don't want to say that for these videos because that could sound like I'm giving medical advice. Now we'll do a longer horizontal one.
3, 2, 1.
Do you want an absolutely clean, tasting, smelling mouth? You can't, you know what? Let's just scratch that one. So now I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. I want to show Callie, nobody's perfect. I make mistakes, but I do want to give you a shortcut. Don't muscle through it and figure, oh, I'll handle it in post-production and you can spend 5 days editing something. We just did the magic edit right here. It's called hit the delete button. Joanne, you deleted that one? Great. So now this is the second video. We're going to do it again.
3, 2, 1.
This stainless steel tongue cleaner is fantastic. You scrape, it cleans off all sorts of stuff on your tongue, and your mouth feels better, your tongue feels better, and it just gives you a great clean feeling.
Long one. 3, 2, 1.
I love my stainless steel tongue cleaner. It's something I like to do every single day. Clean my tongue. It makes me feel clean. It makes me feel like my breath is better. My mouth feels clean. It feels like it's ready to say hello to the world. I think you're going to want to try a tongue cleaner. Once you try it, you're not going to want to go back to simply relying on your toothbrush. Okay. So again, I want to stress, I didn't say, wow, I'm going to make a fortune on this. I'm going to get rich selling tongue cleaners. No, it's just a product I had in my house. I do use it every day. Now, again, I'm not a medical doctor here, but from what I gather, there is some medical benefit to it because you're scraping off bacteria and all sorts of things that every normal, healthy human being has living in their mouth. But it scrapes off your tongue. It supposedly does a lot to help eliminate bad breath. Again, I'm not going to make that healthcare claim in this video, but it will make your mouth really feel much, much better. I do believe that, but I'm not a doctor and I'm not a dentist. I'm not making healthcare claims. Okay. All right. So we've got another sequence. Again, as you can see, the making the ads is really the easiest part of this process if you pick products you really like. Now, there are some challenges here. I don't want to sweep them under the rug. Well, one challenge is, we have people watching from around the world. This program is not available everywhere in the world. Right now, my understanding is Amazon makes this program available to people in the United States, Canada, South Africa, where Brigida lives. But I think they'll soon be unveiling it in other parts of the world. There are other social media platforms that are doing things a little bit similar. So I'm hoping that even if this is not available to you in your country, you see you've had enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So part of the challenge of doing this is just getting tired. And one member of our production team has said maybe too much TJ, it's time for a break. So we're probably going to stop after this one. I'll wrap up, but let me go through this sequence here. Again, I'm going to go to my Amazon store, hit create content, hit post video, hit photo library, hit the first video, hit choose. I'm going to hit, well, oh, there we go. It's compressing the video. This is normally pretty fast. It's compressing the video. Go to my orders, tongue scraper. There it is. Tag the product. Done. Perfect solution to cleaning your tongue. Submit. So I feel like I'm getting even a little faster working this through with you because now I'm dictating the search. Before, for whatever reason, I was trying to type out the whole word, and I'm not a good typist on a phone or on any keyboard, really. Let's do another one. Photo library, second video, and Joanne thoughtfully deleted the one we made a mistake. So I don't know what to think about. Was that the good one, the bad one? Again, I do really, really recommend this. Whether you're producing video for Amazon, your own online courses, or anything else, delete a video the second you know it's not something you want to use. Saves a lot of time. I'm hitting choose. I'm uploading it. I'm now going to my orders, tongue scraper. I hit search, I hit tag, I hit done, I hit title. Your tongue will thank you. Done. Submit. Go to storefront, create content, post videos, photo library. I believe that was the second one, right, Joanne? I've done 2 of those videos for the tongue scraper, right? I think I'm going to do the third. I'm pretty sure, yes. I can tell this one is different because the third one is the vertical one. So it just looks different. I hit choose. It's compressing. I hit your orders, search, tongue scraper. I hit that. I hit tag product. I hit done, title. Your mouth never felt so clean. Submit, go to storefront, create content. Photo library. I'm hitting the first photo. I hit choose, go to your order. I hit your orders. I'm going to hit the microphone button. Tongue scraper. Tag, done, caption. A simple stainless steel tongue scraper does the job. Nothing fancy with that copy there. That's not going to win me any Madison Avenue awards. Create content. Post video, last picture, choose, tag your order, tongue scraper, tag product, hit done, caption, the microphone. By the way, if you're just tuning in, you may be wondering, what in the world is this guy doing? We're making videos and photo ads for Amazon Influencer. Clean your tongue thoroughly. I'm being a little cautious on these descriptions because I don't want to, there's a lot of things you could do and say, not meaning to sound lascivious, but if you're talking about your tongue and extra clean in this, I just don't want to do anything that would make someone uncomfortable or feel like I'm trying to be cute. So I'm not doing that. Okay. So we've now finished that sequence. So again, we had one product, we did 3 videos and 2 video posts. So we've been at this now for exactly, in 6 seconds, an hour and a half. In that hour and a half, we have created 20 product reviews. I want to thank Joanne. Thank you so much. I'll let you go. I'm going to say goodbye. My wife has plenty of other things to do. So I'm going to hand you back your phone. Just don't delete those videos or pictures until we upload them. So I'll say we'll let you go. I'm not letting you, but I'll say thank you so much. And we'll say goodbye to you now. And then we're going to switch over and have some other thoughts about this. So what have we learned today? I know I learned something. I know that I was wasting time for whatever reason. I was typing the exact phrase of the product when all I had to do was hit that button on the microphone and then say what it was, and that sped it up. So what I'm trying to do is get faster and faster and faster at this problem, or this challenge of creating content. Now, everyone has different strategies. I'm certainly not suggesting mine is the best or the only one. But a part of my strategy is I want to figure out how can I actually get enough product reviews out there to get enough feedback to really figure out what works, what doesn't work. It may be that every single product that deals with anything you do in the bathroom of a tongue scraper or a toothbrush just never makes me any money. It's just not something people care about hearing from me. I don't know yet, but I am putting things out as a test to sort of see what happens. I certainly would suspect a couple of months from now, I'll have a much better sense of what really makes the most sense for me to focus my time on. Chances are it's going to be this Sony camera and this lens that, between the two of them, I think is about $4,000. Because if I do a video on that and it sells, the commission is going to be a lot more substantial than a commission for a toothbrush. But you never know. There are people who focus on very inexpensive consumer products and do a great job and make a lot of money. And there are people who only promote $10,000 TVs and doesn't make any sales, and they make no money. So there's no one way of doing it. And Carla, thank you so much for thanking my wife, Joanne. She just stepped and left to go back home, but I'll let her know that you said that. If anyone has questions about this, let me know. If you're watching this on demand, feel free to post questions, because this is not all I do. This is one part of what I do. I help people become more successful in life by communicating more effectively and more confidently. And I help people with all aspects of personal development. I have recently, just in the last really 5 weeks, heard about this Amazon influencer program, thanks to my colleague, Barb Tomlin, who has been very tied in with Amazon ever since back in the 90s when she first became affiliated with Jeff Bezos. So it's taken me a while to catch on to this and even understand it, because I have to confess, I'd never even seen a video on Amazon till about 6 weeks ago. I didn't know there, other than Amazon Prime, but when you're on the store, I didn't know there were videos posted. I was someone who went and I read the text reviews. And I was aware that every once in a while, someone would do a video review, not as an Amazon influencer, but you could just review a book. So I had seen those before, and I think I'd even done a couple before. But I didn't know there was anything like this Amazon influencer program. So it's been around for a while, but it's gotten a tremendous buzz in the last 6 months. And since I've been aware of it in the last month, you hear about it all the time. So the reason I'm excited about it is for years and years and years, decades, people have come to me saying, TJ, I want to be a good speaker, and I want to be a professional speaker, and I want to figure out how to make money speaking. And the model for so long has been, I want to be the next Anthony Robbins. I want to get on a stage in front of 10,000 people and get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the problem is, it's hard to do that. It's really hard to go from not being famous to filling up a stadium of people willing to pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what excites me about the Amazon Influencer Program is it is a way for someone to use their speaking skills to make money and to not have to go out and work for months and years to build a big audience, and not go out, work, and build relationships with all sorts of advertisers and take them out to lunch and dinner and ball games to try to get a contract as an advertiser. You basically get rid of both sides of that equation. You can simply create it, get in front of people, not through your own work, but through what Amazon's doing, and they build a relationship with the brand so that you make money if a sale happens. So it kind of short circuits all these typical problems people have with trying to figure out, how can I make money speaking? So that's why I am in this, because I want to see if I can help more people make a living from speaking, because certainly I've enjoyed doing it for the last several decades. Brigida writes, it depends. Often inexpensive items people need everyday work because they buy it on repeat. People will buy an expensive camera or microphone or kitchen item once off, and then it becomes a few years before they have to buy it again. So Brigida, without violating any confidentiality, can you give us a sense, only if you feel like it, what's been the price, the average price of the products that you've sold that have been most lucrative for you? Has it been the $30 item, the $5 item, the $200 item? If you feel like sharing any data like that, and if you feel like sharing what type of product, whether it's clothing, whether it's books. I'm assuming it's not books, because I heard from a lot of people, you just don't make much money from books. But let me know. Bono writes, I would like to do these videos. I also feel motivated. So Bono, anyone can apply to be an Amazon influencer. Now, they don't simply accept anyone. The standard assumption is you need at least 1,000 followers on either Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. And I believe the Facebook needs to be a business account, not just 1,000 friends. But I've heard people who've been accepted with a lot fewer. I've also heard of some people not getting in with a lot more than that. So that's the first step. Now, I have heard this, and I have noticed it myself. If you're just starting out from scratch, the easiest place to build followers quickly is on TikTok. So some people come to me and say, hey, I want to get in, I want to do this, but I don't really have any followers. Well, what's the easiest way of starting? And Brigida, I'd love for you to weigh in on this. I think that it would be to start an account on TikTok and just go ahead and start doing videos just like I did. You wouldn't call them Amazon influencer videos, but it's a product review. And here's the thing. Anybody can be an Amazon associate, meaning you get a commission if you send someone to Amazon and they buy it after either reading a blog post of yours or watching a video. Now, Brigida, I would love to get your opinion on this, of what you tell people when they say, I don't have a following, what's the best way of starting? But my advice has been, and I'm new to this game, so I may be giving bad advice. My advice is just start doing product reviews and do it on TikTok and YouTube, and then tell people at the end of the video, or put a graphic up saying, if you like this product, click in the description, and then have not an Amazon influencer link, but an Amazon associate link. And you could start making some money there. But then when Amazon does check you out, they say, oh, this person's already making videos talking about Amazon products. They're already sending sales. I can't imagine that wouldn't help your case getting it, but I could be wrong. Brigida writes, my most successful items have been chairs because I can speak with authority on what makes a good chair because of my own health challenges. So speaking from authority on anything is generally a good thing, because it's impossible not to sound more confident, to look more confident, if you really feel like you have insider information and knowledge that other people don't have. So that's great to know. So Brigida, maybe I'll do a product review of a chair. I have had sort of the classic, let me pull it out here. You can tell me what it's called. I mean, this is sort of the classic Herman Miller thing that was popular during the dot-com craze. And I bought one maybe 15 years ago. It's still a great chair. You can see it's got some wear on it. And one of the bands actually broke off. But maybe I'll do one on that. I think it's just a Herman Miller office chair. I don't know exactly what you call them. So that's a good reminder to me. Maybe I don't know if I got it on Amazon, but I'm sure they sell them on Amazon, so I may do that. Bono says, you make it look easy. Well, Bono, I do hope that I demystify this process for you, because it actually is easy. All I'm doing is talking and typing. What do most people do all day long? They talk and they type. So, and I'm a slow typist. So it's not that difficult. What happens is we make it difficult in our own mind. We tell ourselves, oh, this is public speaking, and I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a professional speaker. I'm not a TV performer. Just talk. If you wait until things are perfect, you will never start. I could look at a video of this and say, oh my gosh, my hair's falling out. My eyes are beady. I didn't get the makeup right. I've got shine here. Wow, there's a little bit of a wrinkle here in my shirt. And I put on a couple of pounds. So if I button my jacket, you actually see a wrinkle here, which shows that I'm not as thin as I should be. So now I have to, I could easily second guess myself and say, you know what, it's just not right. Let me wait. You can see right now the light, some of these lights here, that was green. This one is green. It's supposed to be blue. They're changing a little. I've not yet figured out how to get all the lights just right. This light went off for some reason. It went on. So now I know that I have accidentally put it on sensor mode, which I don't want to do. I don't really want these lights turning from green to blue. I haven't figured it out. So I could have said, I'm not going to go live today. I'm not going to make a video. I'll just wait until I get everything perfect. If you wait till things are perfect, you will never start. Something beats nothing, whether we're talking about Amazon influencer videos, online courses, your novel, your movie script, it doesn't matter. Something beats nothing. It's a cliche to say it. It sounds trite, but as Wayne Gretzky says, I've missed 100% of the shots I never took. That is the problem I believe many people have, not just with Amazon influencer program, with everything, is sitting back, learning, and continuing to gather more data, more research, feeling like an expert, but never actually doing it. I can tell you right now, I'm going to make probably more bad Amazon influencer videos than anyone in the world. I'm probably going to make more videos that don't produce money than almost anyone. But I still think I'm probably going to make more money than the vast majority of people because I've made more. That's been my secret to success. People come to me all the time and say, well, TJ, what's your secret? I see you have 24 best-selling courses on the Udemy platform, the #1 platform for online courses in the world. And it's true. I do have more than 24 internationally successful bestsellers. But, and it's a big but, I have 200 courses that are poor performing sellers. But here's the thing. The only reason I have the 24 bestsellers is because I made the 224 courses. Gary Vaynerchuk is a big fan of saying this. It's never a choice between quality and quantity. You need quantity to figure out what the quality is. I'm trying to demonstrate that here in what I'm doing with this Amazon influencer program. So time will tell. Khaled says, I see that you have courses on Udemy. What would you recommend as an entry first course? I primarily want to be able to create content, videos, tweets, articles for my software product. Well, Khaled, thanks for that question. I don't think you can go wrong with the complete communication skills course. It does spend a lot of time on public speaking and presenting on video, but that's so often what really holds people back from all these other things is they're just not confident in their ability to speak. So I would start with that, but look at all of them. And of course, courses are on sale about 90% of the time on Udemy. So, everyone has their own budget. Everyone has some limitation on time they want to invest or money they want to invest. Doesn't matter how rich or poor you are. But I can tell you, when I really want to dive deep into something, I'll get 24 books on something, especially if it's on Amazon Kindle Unlimited, and you can just get all you can eat for $9 a month. With Udemy, depending on where you are, you can buy courses for $9, and in a lot of countries you can get them for $4.95. So, I would say get a dozen courses. I realize that sounds self-serving of me because they're my courses and some of that money would come to me. But start with a complete communication skills course and then look around at others, and you can't go wrong. Barb, I very much appreciate your time, and I know you had other things going in and out. If you're with us, I would love to just ask you a couple of questions if you have a moment. And if not, and you're off doing other things, I completely understand.
I'm here.
Okay, great. Just wondered if you could give me any insight on anything else you've learned on Amazon Influencer, or for that matter, there's any information I've given that's completely wrong that you know of in the last hour and a half. Anything you could share, because I don't want to be giving people bad information. And specifically, thoughts on if someone's starting from scratch, what's the best way to even try to get into the Amazon Influencer program?
I think if someone is actually interested in it, that they should go to the Creator University and learn about it before they even take the first step. I think the easiest thing, because there have been news articles that have come out in the last 3 weeks. Just in the last 72 hours, Jeff Bezos has made the news in his stock positions and what he's doing, and he's there in Florida. I think the thing right now, and I just helped another Udemy instructor yesterday, and they were releasing a course on Amazon Influencer, and right away I could see that there were things in the video that were in violation of the terms of service, and of course, I alerted that person. He took the course off and took care of it. But this is why everybody needs, there's a reason it was put up there. Those of us who did the beta on Amazon Influencer were very influential in the copy that is there for people to learn from in the program. But we're in a whole new era. That's why I tapped you and said, hey, now is the time, because you have courses on Udemy on TikTok too. You had experimented with that some time back, and that definitely right now is the fastest way for somebody who has no following at all to get on board with having enough credentials. But the reviewers for the program now are much more stringent. It isn't, you'll learn when you Google it, that it doesn't require you necessarily to have at least 1,000 followers anymore. It's discretionary on their part, but if you don't have at least 1,000 followers, forget it. Mm-hmm. And so what are they really looking for? They're looking for your activity on these social networks that you claim that you're being represented on?
Mhm.
Are you posting every day? Are you it in videos and representation? I think this is why I think that you will do really well, because just like you were demonstrating here today, that you can, if you put it all together at one time, you have your mission, you can save so much time just doing it all at once.
Mhm.
And so that is the way I think to, to really capitalize on it. But now we've also had additional companies who are looking at doing this same thing. Some have already launched their beta programs on influencers for their stores. I mean, Walmart comes to mind. There are others that have popped up in the last few weeks, but I think the most important.
Is
Underline-
Walmart doing anything? I saw that they have a program, and as of like 3 weeks ago, they let in anyone. But are they letting you post, or can your videos for Walmart end up on their website, or are they just hoping you drive traffic from off-site?
I'm not qualified to make any comments on that. They have people in the beta programs, and when you're in the beta program, you sign confidentiality agreements.
Mhm.
And they put, just like all of this technology, they open so much to the public because they're
Mhm.
testing it to see what's going to fly, how the people are going to respond. I feel that, I've been in business for almost 40 years in the field I'm in, and I got to tell you that ethics in business means everything.
Mhm.
And my feeling is, just like what you did and what you said today, why you're part of my story at all is being authentic is what counts, number one. So it's not about TJ saying, well, I'm reading the script here from the company that says the product does this or that. It's TJ saying, I like this product because it does this for me. And your enthusiasm, everything that you share is coming from your mouth, your mind, and from all of the technology that you're using to produce it with. And I think you're going at it in the right direction. But I do think if you're going to be an instructor, and if you're going to be trying to get others to actually get on the program, number one, remember every additional person we put on there is competition for us as well, because
Mhm.
it's the more numbers of influencers that are on there, the more you fight for position of your videos being shown to promote the product. So where we have, because I'm an entrepreneur, and the entrepreneurial spirit is, and we're going to cut out a lot of the middle in our new approach to business, and that is we will have the relationship directly with these manufacturers. They don't want to go to a marketing firm, an agency, a marketing firm. There's just so many layers in there that they can get wrapped up in, when in fact, if they could get to the customer who's actually using the product and believes in it, that it's coming across, that they're very sincerely sharing their story with you, and it's not buy my product. It's, this is what it does for me. If that resonates for you, give it a try.
Mhm.
That kind of thing. So I really think that if you're going to share that, hey, get on board with me and do this, everybody needs to go through that Creator University and stay up on. I mean, you get emails once you are an influencer, you do get emails from them, and stay on top of that, because just of late and competing for spaces, that changes. And I'm not going to, if you put these sound bites on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or anywhere else, then they're there permanently until someone takes them down. But the whole program could have changed.
Mhm.
And so you have to think about that.
Sure.
But I think that Bezos gave us a wonderful opportunity with Amazon. And I think all the stories you hear about it, it's like, well, I had a fortune, they took it away from me. People don't read the terms of service over.
Where,
and
let me
over
ask you
again.
about that, because I could swear that I've read the terms of service a dozen times, but
Well,
I
there's
still
diff-
don't see where it says exactly what I can't say. Can you tell
Okay.
us? Can you
No,
share with
I
us?
want you to. I'm not gonna do that for you. You are going to go to the university and learn that yourself. There
I've
are
been, but I've
different
been to the
terms.
university. I thought I've
There
looked
are
at
different
everything
terms
they.
of service for the influencers than there are the general public, and the affiliate program as well.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do the affiliate model first, you need to look at the TOS for them,
Yeah.
and also they have training specifically for that.
Mhm.
So, but what I love about what you're doing, the right stuff, and that is, like you said, I'm getting it all together. My wife's going to help me, or whatever. You have a plan, and you have all your products together, and you have the story in your head. And I think that's the hardest thing, is how to get that sound bite to where you don't say, you got to buy this, you know, because I think it's good. It's really
Yeah.
what it does for you, how it makes the difference. And then what happens, like I was saying, the whole paradigm is shifting. It is very easy for a manufacturer. They are in tune with this. The manufacturer's representatives are very much in tune with what's going on Amazon. That is why you're seeing what Walmart is doing, and some others are testing out as well. But that's only good for us as creators to actually get on mainstream, because, and that's just, I think it was you that even said, look what's happening to the media companies that are going out of business. They weren't there 30 years ago. They were flying high 2 years ago, and now they're going under.
Mhm.
So it's because we're cutting out the middle ground. We
Yeah.
don't need, it's straight from creator to the supplier, but or to the producer, to the producer of the products and the services. So you have to learn, as creators, you have to learn a new approach to business, because you got to be able to deal with them so you can get a good enough slice so that you make more money.
Mhm.
Because that, just like I was saying, the more people we bring into Amazon influencer, we're encouraging them to come in, but they don't know what they're doing, and they're not reading the instructions and so forth, and that's putting the numbers there, but dragging down the percentages of revenue for all of us, because the first step in the creator, they at least want to give them initial visibility.
Mhm.
And so if that initial visibility is there because we went out and brought on 100,000 new people, but we didn't take care of our own content and building in our own shops, that will end up on the losing end. And so, again, I think that we do. I'm excited about what you're doing, and I hear you talking to me every
Well, it's
day.
all because of you, Barb. I'd never even heard about this until you mentioned it. You know, hit me over the head a half a dozen times with it. So I thank you. I will say I'm not planning on doing a course on how to do this anytime soon. I'm just trying to figure out, can I even get to step one and make this plausible? If I
right.
get to the point where I really feel like, okay, I'm successful and I have a clear path to help people get there, well, then I might do a course. I
Yeah.
personally am not really worried about the competition for a couple of reasons. Number one, like most people who take any course, never do it. They buy it
Right.
and they never even open it. Same with a book. The other issue is Amazon has like 10 billion products. It's a big world out
Right.
there. Anyone I bring on and encourage, I mean, the chances of us doing a review on the same product, I think are fairly slim. So maybe I'm misguided, but I'm not really worried about competition in the same way. I've always been very sort of warm and inclusive to anyone who says, TJ, I want to do a Udemy course. I always
Yeah.
give them tips and advice, even if they're in the same public speaking sphere, in part because I realize most people, whether they're scared or lazy or whatever, I don't want to sound like I'm being condescending, never actually pull the trigger, shoot the first video and upload it. They just don't. And so I think the real competition for all of us and this sounds a bit cliche and a bit motivational speakery, but I do think it's true. The real competition we all have is with ourselves. It's with our TV remote. It's with the tendency to want to sit back and just scroll versus doing stuff. That's the real competition. It's not with other people. It's with ourselves. Khaled says, I love how hardworking everyone is here, being open to opportunities. It's energizing. Well, yes, Khaled, a lot of it is hard work, but I do want to stress a lot of it is just talking. It's just typing. All of us talk all day long. We type silly messages to our friends. It's not that different. Barb, I do want your thoughts though on one aspect. I don't know if I'm giving people good advice with or not. So I think you also felt like if someone's starting from scratch, they're better off starting a TikTok account. But it still raises the question of what content should you do? Is there anything wrong with just doing review videos of products you like that are on Amazon? You're not calling it an Amazon influencer video. But am I mistaken? Can't anyone become an Amazon associate? They give you a link. If you make a video and you post it on TikTok or YouTube and you say, here's a great product, why I find it useful. If you want to check out more, click the link. If they click the link in the description and then they buy it and you are an official Amazon associate, don't you get a commission that way? And if you do that long enough, wouldn't that bolster your case to get into Amazon if they're checking you out? Wouldn't they think, oh, this content is very much in alignment with what we're all about? Or am I missing something there? Because I might not really understand the Amazon Associates program.
Okay, because the Amazon Associates program, those old timers of us, we used to make a great deal of money in the associate program in the old days. And then they got really particular about how you share links, how it comes through, whether it's coming through a page, a friend, a family member, you can't be selling to family members, all this kind of thing. They started getting really picky with it. And I mean, I personally, I've kept my associate account all that time, but I have not, made sales that I want to go out and say, oh, I'm successful as an Amazon associate anymore or anything like that. But the interesting part is that not anyone can do it. You said anyone. That is not so. You have to have a business frame of mind when you approach being an associate. The whole idea on that is now the requirement is you do have to, as an associate, within a period of, I believe it's 180 days, have so much sales before they will, you will be permanently assigned as an associate. You're in a probationary period when you sign up now as a new associate. When you sign up as an associate, you're going to have to give them in the United States, different countries have different rules. And Amazon will help you through that in the sign-up phase, but they're going to let you know that they've got to have paperwork completed that really identifies you as being able to take money as a business and report it properly. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that, you say, well, start a business. They need to know what's going to be expected of them. And these things, Jeff figured this out. That's what that association education that you can go and get that right on Amazon. It's there for you if you want to study it. And the heck of it is the folks that get in trouble the fastest are the ones who don't go through the program.
So do you have to be a separate business or can you be an individual? I mean, if you're a 21-year-old in college and you like designing T-shirts and recommending other people's T-shirts, can you... And you like posting pretty pictures of yourself on Instagram, but you don't have your own business. Yeah. Can you become an Amazon associate?
You can. You have to use your social security number. You're going to have to report it anyway.
Sure.
And, I've been married to a CPA for over 50 years. Well, not over 50 years. I'm going to be celebrating my 50th year. But I've been with him, because we met at a CPA firm. And I know about how the record keeping, not keeping it, is really to your detriment if you don't want to report things properly. And
Mhm.
it's not that it's so easy now because we are online. So you can do all of that in one day and get yourself set up legitimately so that you are. And then I will just say that in the United States, we have issues with this new year that went into play and reporting and so forth. So you definitely, Amazon is right on top of that. Go over there, you'll learn about it. They want more people. If you are willing to talk about their products so that people are encouraged to buy them, and of course you're only going to talk about them if you're happy about them, that they want to connect with you because it pushes it from you, the creator, to the consumer. You don't have to go through a whole lot of different levels to get a product sold. And so but I think with your particular background, there are an opportunity for your company in the years ahead, because I know you have Jess helping you, is that somebody and being a manufacturer's rep and actually making cold calls on the manufacturer and say, we're training our people properly, our creators properly, and we'd like for them to you to see their work. You can show their videos, and so you can be the go-between there and take a small percentage. Well, yeah, you say, well, I thought we were cutting out the middleman, but it is a matter of timing and getting products out there fast enough when the consumer needs them, and also getting the videos to promote the product out there fast enough that it turns around so that the company is making money so they can buy more materials to make more products. It's just.
Do you have any advice for me on how to do this faster? And you may say, TJ, you shouldn't focus on being faster. You should focus on higher quality. But I do think that there is something about, getting this out fast, because you never really know if any one video or picture will make you any money. So my theory is, if you can just create a much larger database, you've essentially bought more lottery tickets for yourself. So part of what I tried to do today, and I think I accomplished, was being a lot faster than I was last week. So I feel like I'm getting faster. But do you have any other advice on how to speed up this process?
Well, I'll just say that I like what you're doing at this point. I've been observing myself for a long period, watching people succeed, fail, and succeed again. I've watched one of the very top performers completely lose his influencer account and completely turn it around and go double what he was. But he developed. How did he do it? It wasn't just by uploading the videos every day. Yes, you must be consistent and in putting products up there. You can even create as I was sharing with my husband, it's in where we are in life, you can show people in your own community, say, hey, if you can't do these videos, I'll do them for you. We'll help you get there. So on a local level, you can push it out forward. There is also, Amazon has another, it's called Fulfilled by Amazon, but you had mentioned, well, I used to have ties or things that you had gotten manufactured for you to represent. That's a huge market when the creator controls it.
I think I gave away all of them except just a couple. This is the TJ Walker TV tie line.
Exactly. But the point is that Amazon has that route for you as well. And yes, you can mix that with your influencer. And
Amazon has so many programs. You could get a PhD in Amazon. There's Amazon Merch and Amazon Connections and Amazon Inspire. They've got, it takes a long time to figure out how to navigate that. I feel like I'm still, a first grader in my education on Amazon. Hey, Barb, We've had another comment that I missed, and this is from a Facebook user. I can't see the name. says we need to educate the viewers and make them aware of the cost of making videos that connects with them. Video has lost its value, the same way photographers have lost their value since the advent of the iPhone. So I have some mixed feelings here. Certainly, if I were a full-time professional videographer with a union job from 15 years ago and making a six-figure income, yeah, I'd be very unhappy now. Because if I'm used to being in a situation where major ad agencies and TV networks hired me by the day for a day rate of 1,000 or whatever, and now I'm not getting that anymore, I see your point clearly, and I don't know if that's your circumstance. So certainly, when you say the cost of video, it's like the cost of writing. I mean, if you're writing a Robert Caro book on Lyndon Johnson that took 27 years to research, and it's this thick and it's filled with fantastic historical nuggets, there's a huge cost in the research of the 20 years to make that book. If you're talking about someone typing out a tweet or dictating a tweet that goes out and is maybe seen by 10 million people because it went viral, the cost was nothing. So what has happened in the world is the absolute hard cost associated with any one medium has gone to essentially zero. Doesn't mean there's no value to it. But I mean, it used to be to write was really expensive. You had to go get a giant tablet of granite, hammer and chisel to write anything. It took a lot of time. To do any book, you had to get the priest to transcribe it word by word. Any book was wildly expensive because it took full-time labor for someone for years to write another copy of a book. So we've seen throughout the history of technology, things in the technology change and the costs go way down. Certainly when I started my career in the early 1980s, to do a media training, we had to hire a local TV reporter who would bring this big, giant 60-pound camera on their back and come in an hour early and connect it to a screen, all of these things. It was difficult and expensive. And these days you can do a great training with a cell phone. So we've got to the point where the cost, and I'm not sure if the Facebook user who wrote that comment is still with us. I'd love to hear a little more about your perspective of because I'm not sure I'm getting 100% of it, but the cost has gone way down because everybody has a video camera, and not just a video camera, an insanely high quality video camera. If you have one of the more recent iPhones, it's 4K. So that's the level of quality that you couldn't get spending $100,000 on a video camera 20 years ago, maybe even less than that. So cost, there is a cost. There's always a cost of time coming up with great video. There was once a book written called 30 Seconds, and it was about an entire year spent making one 30-second AT&T commercial. So millions of dollars of time, ad agencies, meetings, video production. Video is the sort of thing you can spend as much, or these days as little as you want. You could spend millions of dollars making a commercial that never even gets aired. Some people fall off a ladder on top of a cat, the cat licks their face, and the camera just accidentally turned on, and it's seen by tens of millions, and they make a lot of money from something that required zero thought, was really just luck. So we are in a new era, absolutely. What I think is exciting these days is if you are creative, if you are someone willing to produce, there's no barrier to entry.
Right.
When I wanted to do a TV show in the late 1980s, it was incredibly difficult and time consuming. I had to go beg to investors, please give me $5,000 to shoot a pilot. I would then I literally drove to every TV station in Florida, begging them to carry my weekly syndicated show. I finally got enough to do it. I then had to make the show in a TV studio where I was running up a tab of $2,000 a month, or excuse me, a week of production cost, because you couldn't just go buy a camera the way I have today. So it was incredibly, incredibly expensive to do a TV show. Well, nowadays anyone can do a show if they got a cell phone. That's great. I think it's certainly great for creators. If you used to produce and make and shoot video and you had a nice living, it's not as good. There's no doubt about it. I don't want to sugarcoat it. So if our colleague who wrote the comment wants to elaborate, I do want to give you fair time, because I may have missed some of the nuance of what you're talking about. Brigida writes, absolutely yes, acquiring and developing skills takes a long time. I'm hoping I'm better at this, learning the skill of how to be successful as an influencer, than I was in online training. Because, Barb, forgive me, I know you've heard this. I started creating online courses in 1998 and basically lost money for 15 years. Now, it's all worked out in the long run, but I don't really want to spend 15 years losing money as an influencer. So I'm hoping I get a little faster on the uptake to learn the skills required here. Catlett says, the economy always deflates the value and reduces the cost of everything, but there are always ways to add value. Certainly in the case of technology, whether it's microchips or TVs or anything else, a new technology comes out, it's highly expensive to develop, and then costs get lower and lower and lower and lower. But that doesn't mean everyone's salary goes down. There's simply more opportunities to use these inexpensive tools to add other value, more value to more people in more ways. Because it certainly used to be, I could do a training with people for a day, but they had to be in the room with me. And it was 1 to 5 people. I could charge relatively a large amount, but it wasn't scalable. If I didn't work that day, I got no money. If I didn't work that weekend, I got no money. Now, people may pay much, much less for my training, but thousands of people all over the world in every country can be learning and paying me money while I sleep, or during a weekend, or while I'm traveling. So that part is different. So that's why I don't bemoan the fact that some people get my training now spending a lot less, because things are more scalable and there are other ways of benefiting from it. But you have to keep learning. I mean, there was a story, I believe it was in Vox.com today, the Vox or the Atlantic, by a freelance writer bemoaning the fact that life was so horrible that everyone in her industry was in tears and distraught and couldn't figure out how to make a living and maxing out their credit cards. I felt sorry for them on the one hand. On the other hand, I'm like, no, you're not paying attention. It's like if you're trying to make money and enter a profession as making horseshoes, and it's the same year Henry Ford has launched the Model T, and everyone is getting rid of their horses and buying cars needing tires, I don't really feel that bad for you if you stay focused. I'm going to make horseshoes no matter what. There's never been a better time to be a writer and a creator in this world. But if your model is, I have to work for the New York Times and I have to get an editor to approve my request to do this story, and I have to write it, I have to get approval from them, and then they have to send me a check, and that's the only way to be a writer, yeah, I think you're going to have a tough time. So the world of traditional freelance writing is completely different. But there are tens of thousands of freelance writers making more money than they ever dreamed of, but they're not waiting for a stamp of approval from an editor at the Atlantic or the New Yorker or Vanity Fair. They're just writing, and they're publishing their book on Amazon for one place. They're creating their own newsletter on Substack. They're building relationships directly with people who like their stuff. And the really smart writers don't just write, they talk, and they put a video camera on, because there are YouTubers who are 1,000 times more successful than I am, who make 6, 7 figures a year, and they've never had a single major media organization or newspaper or magazine give them a stamp of approval or send them a check. They just adapted to the new world, which is you create your ideas, you make them come alive, whether it's print, whether it's audio podcast, whether it's video, and you share it with the world using new media tools and social media and email. That is the new world. We have, Barb, I have perhaps overstayed my welcome today. I appreciate you spending time with us. Khaled, want to thank you. Brigida, want to thank you. All the others who could join us. If you've stayed this long, I really want to thank you. And I hope you've gotten a lot out of it. I'm TJ Walker. I'll see you, I hope, tomorrow. And I'll see you later today with new videos being posted every few hours on the TJ Walker Success channel, whether you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, or any other platform. Brigida gets the last word today. She says, live streaming has become more accessible, but it still requires time and skill to use it. You cannot become a good producer or an executive producer overnight. It's just not possible. Just owning the equipment or all the gadgets doesn't automatically give you the skills. So we need to be careful, I think. Well, Brigida, I do agree with you where I slightly that it's a skill and you have to learn it, and it's not just about the tools. Where I think most people make a mistake is they err on the side of being too careful, meaning they never put themselves out there. I have countless clients and friends and associates who buy cameras, every intention of making an online course, doing a YouTube channel, and they never post the first video. The one thing Sean Cannell, Mr. Beast, all the other YouTube stars say is, if I'd waited to be great before I posted my first video, I never would have done it. There's an old saying, I think Ali Abdaal says this and others, if you're not embarrassed by your first 100 videos, you waited too long. So you're absolutely right. You need to be careful and put out the best you can, but don't let that create paralysis. Don't let that stop you from ever entering the arena. I do feel that that is far and away the bigger problem for 97% of the world. They never enter the arena. They never put their face and their voice out front in the first place. Because if you put something out there and it's not great, you can learn and make it better the next time. I learned today, we were an hour into this today, and I shared a video from my channel. I forgot to click a button, and there was no audio out there for 5 minutes or so. Not great. Someone joining right then would think, who is this clown TJ running video? And all it is a mouth moving. You don't hear anything. I made mistakes, and I'm going to continue making mistakes because while I've done live streaming before, I haven't done it daily in a serious way for hours. And that's what I'm trying to gear up to do right here. It's a learning process. We have to keep getting better and better. Khaled says, thank you. This was really insightful. Thanks so much. I got to let you go. See you next time. Thanks a lot. And one of the things I had to learn is I've changed my screens in a new way.